or Dr. Baby Mario?
According to Dr. Mario World, it's Dr. Baby Mario.
I don't like that. Kind of like the
They
baby.
live in a world where a baby can get a freaking
Everyone knows she'd be playing the best character, Dr. Fire.
No.
a baby can get a medical degree. Who
Alright,
knew?
one more minute.
Here's the saddest thing. We live in a world where everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom can have a doctoral ring license.
And every inanimate object has eyes. There's like no privacy
The
anywhere.
only known disease, to be fair, was an alien disease.
Oh my.
Viruses from outer space.
Hurry up and start already.
Oh, great. Okay.
Speaking of diseases,
We're starting with this. So,
hew.
It's called
So,
Have Patience,
scroll down as
young-
volume
young
to
one.
0.
okay. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me, Bruce. You've been silenced.
Yep, it's starting.
No.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro
That's
Sakura,
the-
director
oh my
of
God.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from
Yeah.
Sora Limited.
Somebody's loud.
Huh.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
No, pre-announcement.
Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo
It
staff
doesn't even have a
worldwide.
board on the back.
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy,
Really?
which means other Nintendo
It's
staff around the
Sakurai
globe will
himself.
only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So it won't
It's
be available
wild.
right away.
I like the
Please
idea that
understand it will
Nintendo
take a
doesn't
little
even
time.
know.
I
That's
think
the, that's,
even
that's,
many
it's the
Nintendo
only way to
employees
even
will
stop
be
releasing this
surprised to
point.
see
Don't
this
even let
and say,
Nintendo know.
Wow, really?
He looks fucking better than I do.
He's
So,
about
let's
as
all
tired
share in
as
the
I
fun
am.
of getting our hands on the latest information.
That's what working on a game will do, man.
However, even if you say,
Yeah, but
"That's
people
not
act like he's
character
the
I was
only one
picturing,"
who works
I
on
hope
it.
you don't have any hard feelings. We prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do
Alright.
this.
Ooh.
It's Mario.
no.
It's
God
Mario.
damn. The bags under his eyes are real.
Fuck Mario. Mario's too obscure.
Oh, it's the Smash Bros. Logo.
Oh, it's Smash Bros.
Smash for Smash.
Oh,
Is this three
Fire
houses?
Emblem. It's
Three
Byleth.
houses. Oh my
Fuck
god.
off.
More Fire Emblem.
really?
Oh no.
The time has finally come.
Oh, there's gonna be so much salt.
Oh, that's
enemies.
Yay, sword fight.
another fucking Fire Emblem character.
unless it's a bait and switch.
Fuck, that's the fuck. Crash is the weirdest crossover for Fire
What were
Emblem
you
ever.
thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap?
Sodas.
As you and
Yeah.
I are one, I too am trapped within this void.
I have no
In time,
choice but to release
our
you into
hearts and
Smash.
minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Are you prepared to smash?
I thought as much.
It's also male
I also
Byleth,
do
which
not wish
pisses
to
me off
die.
even more.
I'm pretty sure there might be gender options.
Yes, but
There is no other
That's
choice.
this means the male one, the canonical
You
one.
must join Smash.
yeah, fuck off.
damn it.
Join
I would've
Smash
preferred
Brothers
That's
already.
arguably
What
the
in the world are
fourth
you
worst
waiting
thing it could have been.
It's a funny
Yeah,
ass cutscene.
no kidding. They released all these third-party characters and ended with this.
With fucking Byleth.
Join Smash House.
So joining Smash consumes the darkness itself.
They had to pay the voice actors for this.
I also appreciate that it's not Chris Miosi voicing this character either.
Well, no, they've already changed that.
Yeah, thank goodness. Also, wait, does this sword
That's
turn to a whip?
interesting sword, though. He's got an Ivy Valentine sword.
Come on, even the sword people don't want him in here.
So you
Oh.
returned. And sooner than expected.
Female
I see.
Byleth,
Too
here
many
you go.
swordsmen are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
They know about the joke.
Hello, Lady Byleth.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I'll reward your cleverness this time. I'll reward your cleverness this time.
Someone's very loud.
SMT Crossfire.
Are the other weapons?
No, these are the other swords of.
How is
Okay.
this?
There we go.
So she's an anime sword fighter that has all the weapons.
Recruits Byleth.
Jesus.
This is the weirdest trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah, no kidding.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle
By
this.
the
Lincoln Corin.
Thank God.
Arid fire.
It's-
Strike with superior reach.
She's not just a
Use Amir's
Oh.
overwhelming power.
She gets a whole moveset for all of the weapons.
Damn.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnot.
That was quite the hatchet man like move.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Really?
Interesting character nonetheless, but I'm still kind of upset.
Yeah.
Also, we get a three houses
Your
stage.
will and mine be now as one.
and Three Houses music.
Yes,
That's
but
probably the best part.
yes, I can't wait to play Lost in Thought all alone on a three houses stage.
Through Smash. Show the world.
Also, wouldn't that mean be able to play any of their music in the other Fire Emblem stages?
Probably.
I like that it's also Morgana.
Oh, that's a really nice render.
That would have been a really great bait and switch.
Yes,
For
there
them
you
to be
have
like,
it.
we're kidding.
Byleth from
We're
Fire Emblem Three
kidding.
Houses
We're
is
kidding,
joining the
Stella,
battle.
Dollar.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer,
Damn it,
so
Sakura.
it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the
Okay,
Super Smash
whoever's
Bros.
having
Ultimate Fighters Pass,
the thing
and
on
it will
his
also
team,
be
can
available
you
to
lower
purchase
yourself?
individually.
It's
In case
That's
you're
my
not
favorite part
familiar
about
with
that.
Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll
January
explain a few
28th.
things, so don't
Shut
worry.
up,
If you're
Matt.
familiar with Fire Emblem, can we talk about our other
First
Fire
off,
Emblems?
what is Fire Emblem?
Oh my fucking god.
It's
We have
really
an
hard
axe
to
wielder,
pronounce
do
in
we?
Japanese.
It's like,
The
what
producers
is
said
Fire
it's
Emblem?
okay
Let me
if
go
I
through a
just
whole
say
detail about the
Fire
series.
Emblem.
Oh boy,
But when
sit
writing
your
it,
ass
if
down.
you
We
don't
got some
write
weep
Fire
shit to talk
Emblem,
about.
the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Wait, a fire? What? What?
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
Prepare for the Fire Emblem
Pioneer
history
in the
lesson.
genre of tactical
Entire
role-playing
history of
games.
Fire
You might be
Emblem.
wondering what makes it
Well,
particularly
you already said it's
tactical.
going to take a bit longer.
Well, it's tactical in that it simulates
Oh, it's
combat.
35 minutes.
You can think of it
thing,
as moving
so
pieces
of
in a board
course,
game.
just gonna
Or in other words, a
put as
game
much
in which you
filler as
advance
possible.
units across a grid and battle.
He's going to start selling it to us the same way he sold Banjo-Kazooie and Terry Bogard.
When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were
20
lots of
minutes
ones
of-
in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But
That's-
Fire
glad-
Emblem
I'm
was
glad I
unique
stayed up for
because
this.
each unit
I'm glad
had
I
a
stayed up
specific
for this.
character,
Yeah,
sort of
like,
like
you
in
know-
role-playing games.
Like the last two times, there was brand new character. I mean, this is a brand new
Plus,
character, but it's
something
like
made
from a
it stand
series
out from
that.
other Nintendo products.
Didn't he say before
Can
that
you
the
like
characters could
remove
permanently
Corin and give us this?
That's pretty direct language, though, so perhaps we should just say they're
I
sleeper
don't know,
officials.
is a unique character?
And there's Twitter.
Yes and no.
But really, if
It's
a
like we
character fell
finally
in
had a
battle, you
spear
lose that
and
unit.
axe
They'd be
user,
gone, and
finally.
you couldn't use them again.
Thanks, Sakura.
From
Yeah, there's your axe and bow.
Recent entries in
There's
the
your
series
axe and
maintain
there's
this
your other
concept
weapon
of
stuff
permanence
tacked onto
to
a
some
sword
degree in
fighter.
classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow
Here's things
strategic
just like-
withdrawals, so to speak.
And I hate the fact that
In the older
Byleth
games,
was like
your
one of
units
the
would really be
one
gone,
that I was
never to be mentioned again.
thinking the most
Scary.
here.
It should have
The
been
game's
not in the
stories are
fighter
told like
pass.
chronicles of
This
war,
should have been a
Yeah,
post
increasingly
DLC.
distinct
That's what I was
characters
saying.
with
I was
engrossing
like, they're probably gonna end with Byleth. I'm gonna be so sad.
Several characters
We
also
live
use
in
the
this
Smash Brothers
timeline.
series, and 6 of the 7
I
use a
guess,
counterattack.
to be
It's
fair,
their down special.
Byleth is about to become
There's
irrelevant,
actually a reason.
so they had
When
to
I
get
was
it out
considering how
within the
to
year.
incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be
Because
interesting
Three Houses
to
is
reflect
only
the
going to be
turn-based
relevant
nature
for
of
like
the
another
original
half a
game.
year.
First,
Tell you what, I
comes
know
your
one
opponent.
person who will be happy.
They attack
Table.
and you counter. Next
Of course,
comes your
Tibble will be
turn.
happy,
I thought his name was Tibble.
and Ray.
And
Ray's
now,
excited.
Fire
Oh,
Emblem
Ray
Three
might be
Houses is
super
the 17th game
excited.
in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular,
Like, there's
might be
Dante,
thinking,
guys.
17 games? There are that many?
You know what? This is better than
Well,
Dante,
if you
though.
include Fire Emblem Heroes in the
Because at least there's not going to be all
don't
that
include the
bullshit
Satellaview
with...
game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE, and
You
Fire
know,
Emblem
Dante
Warriors,
made it to the
then
game.
it
They would
comes out to
implement
17
Devil Trigger
games.
and really give me
Let's
away.
try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say
I'll
It
let them
challenge.
have this, but I want Monster Hunter to be the next DLC.
I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア77
Monster Hunter.
封印の剣劣化の剣
Try to list every possible
I do
Fire
like
Emblem
as well
game.
that the...
暁、暁の女神
Hey, there's the flip-flops.
Yeah, Table, are you excited?
覚醒イフヒーローズ
Oh, that's
I just like that
There
someone's
you
gonna
go,
scream.
17.
Okay.
What did I miss? I'm
That's
literally on my break
Kiyata
at
on
work.
the table.
今
Oh.
変な数え方して
So you saw how I was
Kiyata.
counting in a
Oh
weird
shit,
way.
Kiyata's here.
You missed his
I was
spot,
counting in
man.
binary.
つまり
I just saw the
This is 0.
Fire Emblem character.
Fold this
Yep,
here,
it's
you get
Byleth
1,
from Three
then
Houses.
you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3.
who
So
from
this would be
Fire
4,
Emblem?
5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16.
But
Add 1 and you get 17.
he finally,
Awesome,
he
isn't
finally
it?
got a spear and axe user.
You can actually count up to 31 on
As
one
long as they
hand.
bring something.
He just flipped us off.
He already did it before. This is the second.
All the way up to
That's the
1,000.
second time he's doing that.
He's counting in binary, and as a result of it,
If
he
you've
just
given up counting
flipped
knots
the middle
multiple
finger to
times,
the
you could always give it a go.
He's like, fuck you, I wanted another
I'm
fire.
watching it on YouTube,
What
so I didn't
is
catch
Fire
it.
Emblem
I
Three
didn't catch it when you did.
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Byleth, and the female version is called Byleth.
No
But
one's
in
telling you to
English,
count
they should say
binary, you card.
That is.
Byleth becomes a
That's
professor
offensive to
who ends up
cards.
leading one of 3 academic houses.
Your
Once
house is
you've
main
chosen
thing,
a
well,
house,
yeah,
you
that's
guide
that
them
needs to
through
get
their
in.
school life, and, well, you
It
end up
looks really
fighting the other
cool, but-
houses.
Eh.
After a
They-
certain
they
instant,
get like-
5 years
they get like
pass,
4
and you
different
meet up
weapons,
with your
but
grown-up
they have a
students
wide
to battle
move pool.
against the other houses.
Yeah,
in
they look
their
like it'd be
region.
fun to use at least.
It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
You're also
To
spoiling
understand the
shit by showing
concept of
you
Fire Emblem Three
power.
Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Like I just saw all over my goddamn YouTube feed.
Because I
Dante,
couldn't wait
Dante
until
this,
launch to
Dante
experience
that.
it, or
No.
we'd have never made
And then
it
all
in
the
time.
Capcom fanboys are like,
For that title, I borrowed
They
the
are
early version of the
disappointed.
game for 2 days,
Cra-
ran around all
Crash
the
would've
areas,
been better.
saw the ending, and realized for the
Are you
first time,
kidding? They could have released
I
nothing
guess
and it
we
would have
can't
been
really
better.
have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
A blank piece of
They could
paper.
have delayed the direct for a month, and it still would have
I
been
did the
better
same
than
this
what they
time,
showed
but
right
with there
now.
being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel
Guys,
for
when
it.
you get Silver Bait and Switch, it's gonna be the
And of
freaking
course,
delay
there
from
weren't any
Final
walkthroughs like
Fantasy
the Red
VII.
ones.
Yeah.
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
We know, fucker. We're not here for the.
Really? And many of the characters you meet
We're basically just watching. We're basically just watching Sakurai become
I'll
a
try to
game
avoid
YouTuber.
spoilers when I'm talking
He's
about the fighter.
becoming a
I hope
shill,
you
is what
understand.
he's being.
Before my
You didn't have to
demonstration,
ask
I
that
should
hard to
point
get
out that when I
Byleth,
did the
so-
Terry
so
Bogard
much
showcase
better.
video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's
I'm sorry if you
release.
can hear in, like,
Right now, it's
your
actually
eyes
November.
say it.
Therefore, some of what
I
I'm
like
about to
literally
show
just
you
come
might
back from my
differ a
break.
bit
I
from the
just
finished
open up
version.
and all I see is disappointment.
Yep.
As always, I'm using a special
sums it up.
in camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Let's hope the moveset makes up for it.
Here we go.
I literally could be asleep right now.
Then why don't
This is putting me to sleep.
Byleth from Fire Emblem Three
So,
Houses.
this is our new fighter, Byleth.
I haven't even played Three Houses, but if I did, I still would be disappointed.
Sadly,
She
they're
looks
lacking in
good.
ability. It's
She
maybe
looks
a bit
good,
better
at
than
least.
Robin's, but that's
He
about all
looks
you can
like
say for
garbage,
them.
though.
Throws are not their strong
Yeah,
point.
he looks like
Their
garbage.
grab lacks range.
Yeah, well, this
Actually, you
wannabe
could say
Joker
that
right
there's
there.
distance
He
demon.
looks sexy.
The
They say
hero's
this
relic
character
range
is awful,
varies
they're
depending
saying.
on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in
They
Fire
did
Emblem
it
3
now.
Houses.
That pretty much looked a lot like
They
that.
look
Pretty much
like
looks a lot
bones,
like
and there's a
Link's
reason
bow
for that.
and the Hatchet Man from Hero.
First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses.
Don't
for
There's only so
avoiding
many ways you can
with the
smash
of
a
the creator.
sword.
The sword of the creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Mark
They also
is looking at him
use
like,
the
are
sword
you
for
my
dash
brother?
attacks and other
I
moves.
know.
We
I
talked to
can hear
Namco about getting Ivy
their up smash
Valentine, and they
attack.
said no. So we just had all these
They'll whip the
assets.
sword upward to launch enemies in the
Your
air.
IV anyway, because Smash is for good boys and
For their
girls.
up air, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
How you
Lord
know
If
Sac-
I could make it as a
The hook
cameo,
detection
no
for
way
this
Ivy's
attack
gonna.
lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move
Let's see,
is
how
really
many Fire
something.
Emblem
The
characters
sword
are
extends
there
like
now?
this,
A
We're
lot.
up to
allowing you
9
to do
now, I
things
think.
like this.
I think they're about to creep up on the amount of Mario
It was
characters that are
pretty
in.
terrifying how I knocked him into the air
Final,
with that
no,
attack.
sorry, Final Destination
And in
4.
addition,
Oh,
Please
Jesus.
have a... Yeah! Okay, that looked cool. Okay,
Oh.
that's dirty. That's fucking dirty. I like that.
This more than makes up for it.
Opponents upward
Yep, that's
until their
dirty
damage
shit.
reaches
I
a
like
certain
that.
percentage.
What? Okay, I'm not watching.
Oh my god!
What exactly?
Rod
did
went
they
from
do?
excited
His
to...
up B.
See that
So
percentage,
I
and
went
you
from
need to
I'm
be
falling
careful.
asleep to
You may
okay, I
find it
want to do
helpful
that.
mid-air dodge.
So what? So what was just the up B? Like,
I've already
I
shown
guess
this,
that's what
but you
happened.
can
It's
also
Joker's
use it to
grapple,
latch
but it
onto edges.
spikes.
So
He reel them in and spike them
You
down.
grab an opponent and then you jump
Now
on
for
them,
the
spiking
sideways
them.
inputs.
Oh, Rod, I hate you already
The
because
same
I know
name.
you will keep first.
Oh my god.
Matt, you don't have
First,
any
we'll go
room to
through the
talk with
forward
your
and back
Ridley
air
side
attacks.
bait.
As you can see,
hate
they have a
it.
long reach.
I hate it so much because I know
Next
what
up.
the first night's gonna be like.
Well,
This is gonna be
Mark's air attack
eight
keeps
people
opponents
just
checked
dicking
too.
each other with that one move.
It won't happen tonight. It's not gonna happen for
No,
another
it's
week.
2 weeks.
If Byleth does the same
What's today,
thing,
the
you'd
16th?
win out, so you
Yeah,
should
Like
be
the
able to beat
28th, I
it.
think.
Yeah, 12 days.
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
I'm gonna get spiked a lot.
Oh, is this a sweet spot move too?
Seems like
That looks
Also,
like a
if you
sweet
add an
spot.
upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Oh, alright.
And if you knock an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt. To
It's Hero. It's Hero and Joker combined.
By the way, the tip
Either
of the
that or
knife
it's
is
just a
more
really
powerful.
small... Yeah, okay.
This thing was really
It's got a
good
temper.
Okay,
So it's not suited to close combat.
the shaft part.
It won't deal much damage,
Yeah.
and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with
Can
the
we see
blade
the
pointing
alternate
upward.
costumes, please?
That would be
Or
Nino
downward.
Burrito.
Can we see more female Byleth?
Next, the
Yes.
side
How about we
special.
don't? Male superior.
No, man, it's not. It looks like garbage.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like
You
this.
look like garbage.
But again, it is excellent reach.
I probably do.
For example, even when your opponent
Yeah.
is at this
Up at
distance,
6 a.m.
it'll still hit.
It's a wide swing.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
Getting some Belmont vibes from the way that he
But
plays.
as you'd expect, it can be
That's
easily
not good.
shielded.
Yeah, he's
so be
Belmont
careful.
without projectiles. Oh wait, no, he has a bow, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does have the
Use it in midair, and you'll
I
carve
was about to say,
out
that was a relief.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Easy to shield again.
So this
It's like
complements
no
well,
one in America's happy.
although you'll be vulnerable when
Fuck
you land.
no. The only good thing to come from this is
Now,
that the
for
pedophile
downward
isn't voicing him.
It's named after a weapon that
Oh,
appears to
let's
be
all
the
act
weapon.
like it's not a fucking fact.
First, the down air attack.
I'm surprised. I'm glad you guys actually know that too.
Who was that guy's? Who was that
Chri-
guy's name again?
Chris Neosy.
You can try for a meteor effect with this attack.
What's Nick Kerbofer?
Yeah, that's his
Next
other
is the
name. That's
down
his
smash
online
attack.
name.
A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all
Yep,
their
there's
energy
Hero's
into
critical
protecting
hit.
There's Hatchet Man.
It's a bold move,
Yeah,
similar
it's-
to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor
What is
effect,
their final smash like?
Okay.
They haven't showed it
which
yet.
allows you to withstand
They
an
showed
attack.
the small
No, they
smash.
showed it. It's like he has
Just so you know,
Sophist.
if you execute a
magic
Falcon
them to
Punch
death.
about the same time,
Magic in the death.
It's
Oh, that was painful. Fucking hell.
Yes,
it's a bit
let's
slower than
let's have another demonstration why
It's
Captain Falcon's bad in this
you
game.
have the advantage.
Oh,
Nasty. Oh.
Damn, I got a
Another
Falcon
notable
Punch pissed off
aspect is
that.
that it lets you pass through
Good
platforms.
lord.
like Falcon grab.
While
Oh,
you're
you
charging
can
up,
phase
you
through.
can breeze past platforms
Cool.
like this
Oh,
to
damn.
reach a
And
lower
because
area.
like that, I have to go the fuck back to
It
work.
won't let you jump,
See
but
ya.
you can use it as
Yeah,
a
later.
surprise
Take care,
attack.
Kiyata.
Also, you can turn around during the move.
yeah,
The swing
that's-
takes a while.
Okay.
Okay.
So if an opponent runs behind
also-
you during the
also
move,
Sliver
you can
2.
quickly change direction.
Yep. You paid
Conroy.
$6 for the character.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit
You
with
paid
this move,
$6 to
Can I
win.
it
cancel
can be
my
really
pass
effective
now?
when used against a group of opponents.
Out the back.
Can I get my
Plus,
money
even
back?
if you fail to land a direct hit, any
I'll
opponent
give
on the
you my
ground nearby will
$5
still be
back
launched
if
a
you
little.
just don't release this character.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
How much is my $5 worth, Sakurai?
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just
That's just like a
hit by
guaranteed
counter
KO
after
there.
counter.
Good lord.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is
Oh,
called
so there's more to
Failure,
this stage.
which shares its name with the bow from
Yeah,
the
it
Knights of the Round
transitions.
Table.
It looks like
It only appears
you go
in a
to
few
most of the
neutral
locations in the...
You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move
Oh,
of
this is
Pitts
neat.
and other fighters like him.
Cool.
It lets you spin the weapon
Oh,
around.
that looked like it didn't even fucking hit it first.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
This looks an awful lot like Pitts.
And with the
neutral
neutral
air.
But he's so
you'll let loose an
slow.
arrow.
Yeah, they say his mobility
It's
is
pretty
garbage.
straightforward, right? But there are a few
There's a
noteworthy
bow.
aspects to this bow.
Wait, it's not able to be countered?
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance.
Huh.
It works up
You
until
can't
this
just spam like you do with the
but
links. And hit.
keep holding the button. You'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
Excuse you?
Ooh,
You can
no.
perform this move by keeping
What the
the button
fuck
held
did that
down.
just do?
Ooh,
Charge up
nasty.
power like so. Charge a bit more, and then fire.
That does
Again, you
29.
need to take care
That
when
does
using this
29.
Good.
For one,
This move does 30 damage.
there's no way to cancel out of
Or
it,
29
not even with the
damage.
shield button. In other words, you're
Okay, but
committed to fighting.
it's an all or
So
nothing.
you see, a
60
If you
situation
do
like
it, you're
this,
committing
pretty
to it.
terrible.
60 damage.
Nope.
Yeah,
Once
that's
you've
Also,
entered
that is
the
a low
stance,
ceiling.
you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use
Then again,
against fighters
Food's
who have
box.
a move with a reflector effect.
A
But you could
sexy
always
box.
just aim into the fray.
the
as it
wolf
is, after
mains
all,
are now
a long-range
screaming in
move,
joy.
letting you
Two
deal
Oh
a
shit.
god,
sudden blow to
I don't
opponents.
even want to know what it's gonna look like with
So
Wolf
you need to think
That's
carefully when
probably gonna
using
be
this
worth a
projectile
fuck.
weapon.
Oh yes,
Oh.
destroy the
Smash is
church.
called
The
Degenerate
church
God,
sucks.
Featured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called
That's a
Ruptured
mouthful.
Heaven. This is an enhanced
Yeah.
version.
Just call it Sothis wins the fight for you. Yeah, you did it.
That was an
As
impressive
you can
2D
see,
image of
you
her.
team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Mario reflecting that.
ソティスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Ooh.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default
Yay.
and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth
Ooh.
colors are,
Oh.
as you can see,
Hey, here's
reminiscent
a
of
Okay,
the house numbers.
those colors aren't bad.
Those of
Nice.
you who played the original game will of course understand
Yeah.
what I'm
I
referring
know
to.
Ray will be happy about that.
The sixth color is based on Sothis,
That's
you just saw
okay.
earlier.
That's the Sothis colors.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is
Alright, that's
based on
fine.
based on something that occurs in
I
the
was
course of the
expecting
original game's
that,
story.
so I'm okay with that.
Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash?
まあこれは
Spoilers, they get a cosplay in the story.
They go to
Female
Walmart and
holds
they
her
buy
sword
some hair
differently.
dye. She has a different
Next,
stance,
I'll
so I wonder if
introduce
her
the stage.
hitboxes are the same.
For this one, we
That
of
would
course tried to
should
recreate
not
the
be
place
because
where you
Cup
spend most of
Touch
the
should
game,
not have any difference in
Garrick
gameplay.
Monastery.
And yet.
This is how Garrick Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we
It's
chose to
fucking
have it
ugly.
cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge,
Just
and
like
cathedral,
straight
all
line.
in one stage.
するルートを取るように作っています。
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
その4つのエリアを
Let me introduce each of the
It's
guests that appear in these
Skyfall.
four areas.
ご紹介したいと思います。まず一番
The first area is the marketplace.
Skyloft.
I think this is where a lot of people come to do
Just
their
where-
shopping.
Not as many stops.
The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's
Nobody cares!
Yeah, we don't
There
care
are
about what
vendors
you
on
say,
either
Alex.
side.
Thank you for pointing it
In
out.
the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things. But
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
here
Listen.
you can break them, you see.
Oh no.
This is such a
If you
Do
hero.
they
break
contain items because it's a shop?
the stage will expand to
get
the
it.
left and right.
That's not hype.
It's the first Fire Emblem game to have a
I
market,
wonder where people will
right?
buy their
Right?
supplies now.
That's not
Oh,
hype.
doesn't-
That's not how you shop
And
with
in the
Byleth.
background, you
You
can
can
see the
break the
gatekeepers.
fucking...
You always pass through this area.
Crowd
in Fire
favorite,
Emblem
the
3 houses,
gatekeeper.
and you end up talking to him a lot.
You laugh, but
Moving through
holy
these
shit,
areas is
people would have
possible
rioted
thanks
if
to
he
this
wasn't
mysterious
here.
platform. Just when it seems like you've come
Okay.
to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've
There's
broken through the
Edelgard.
ceiling and slammed into the
They
building.
picked the 3 most obvious picks from Edelgard's
And the
house.
guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and
Petra's
Petra,
here,
the
I'm
Black
happy.
Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice
gets
there are
over
prominent
it.
chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Oh, there's a reference to Mario RPG. Gino's coming next time.
However, players can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can
Nah,
reach it
totally
with other
means there's gonna be a new
fighters, though.
Punch-Out game coming.
Get fucked, Byleth.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down.
That's so fucking...
What did you say?
Also, you can break this table.
You can't reach
Like
it
so.
even Oh, the irony.
Just like the sign that reads Footing Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Look nowhere near that table though.
No.
Next
It's a
up, the
generous
bridge.
hitbox.
The camera rotates 90
You can break that
degrees,
stuff like
creating
you can
this
break
long
stuff on
area.
Suzaku Castle.
It's very wide indeed.
Hey, he just said it very
Okay.
nice.
One of those choices makes sense.
It's
The
similar
other
to the
one, I
bridge
have
of
no
Elden
idea
stage.
why.
Hey,
The
Bridge of
guests are from
Elden.
the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They
Also
belong to
reminds me
the
of that
Western
bridge in
Alliance.
the,
Is it Lawrence you say? That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense, bro.
Lawrence shouldn't be here.
Because it's an alliance of many
I
noble
wish they had
families,
voices that we could
you could
hear
say
Ben
that they have a
Diskin
wide
voices.
assortment of members.
Hilda, I understand
Claude
because
is
she's
the
one of my
sharpest of
fan
the bunch.
favorite as well.
Yeah.
Incidentally,
For the
Claude
obvious
and Hilda
reasons
are the
that you
names
can
of
see.
characters that appear in Genealogy
Where's-
of the Holy
where's
fourth title
Bernadetta?
in the Fire Emblem series. I
Love
guess once you've
Bernadetta.
reached the 17th game
I haven't
and are
played this
creating
game yet,
40
but I think I'll
characters
like
for
Hilda
each
a
new
lot.
entry, you're
I would have
bound to get a
accepted
bit of name
Leone,
overlap.
but whatever.
The naming
Everybody
process must
loves
be tough.
Hilda.
Hey, it looks like the
I love
Pegasus
Hilda
Knight is
too.
busy training.
There's love at first sight for the
As
Hob.
for the bridge's design,
Yeah.
it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect
curtains
plenty
match
of
the
blows to be
windows.
exchanged at the edges of the screen.
This Pegasus is
You could also
flying.
say it's a place where the
Take a
Failmont
side.
really shines, and in this
No,
sense,
it's not
I
plural,
think
it's
it
just a
suits the Golden
Pegoose.
Deer perfectly.
Pegoosh.
It's
Bridge is really wide. Like, can you not walk off it like you do in Bridge of Elden?
I'm wondering if you could walk off that little platform though.
The last area is the cathedral,
Hey, it's the
with
cowards.
some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Seth, Flane, and Rhea. There's Seth, who appears to have an extremely
Somebody
strong
mute
bond
that
with his
guy,
sister,
please.
Flane. She
Seth?
seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea,
Ooh.
who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have
I know what you're
trademark
thinking,
quirks
Hob,
related
and
to their
don't.
true identities.
Whoa.
She likes
What?
I feel that
Yeah,
Flame
don't
might be
fuck the
saying
kid, Hob.
shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Do I look like Bruce to you?
She's
This
older
is a
than
simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
Jeez.
It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Like I know Bruce is streaming this.
I completely missed what you said.
Today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad
It's
Strike
for the
with the
better.
DLC team
Yes.
pitted against Fire
Even
Emblem
I'm not gonna repeat
protagonists
that.
throughout the ages.
Jeez, the
That'll give
DLC
us
pay to
precisely
win
5
versus
players
the
per side.
Fire Emblem crew.
Alright,
I
here we
paid to
go,
win
Joker.
team.
Why does the
Joker!
He's gonna flex by.
Hero!
It just goes. It just goes to show that they doesn't need to rely on. He doesn't need to rely on Joker to win.
Right now, I think you know what I'm doing.
Right now.
Basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents. Just the professor.
This AI is a piece of shit because it's not
But as
homie
expected,
stocking.
it's going
Bye,
to be a pretty
Banjo.
tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Now he's gonna kill Terry.
It's
He's
not
gonna
land that
fucking-
He just
easily.
killed 2 of my mains!
Oh, I was
Fuck,
hoping-
you son of a
Uh-oh, this
bitch!
is
I was
bad.
hoping he was gonna JV6 off of this with Byleth.
Why didn't he just start off with Byleth?
I better keep my distance.
Because he had to flex.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah,
use this
Sakurai,
chance to attack.
we know it's gonna add this. This is pre-recorded. He's not gonna show up and
That's
lose.
Has to resort
He's
to
invincible for a
camping.
moment here.
I want him to
Lots of
lose,
explosives.
just...
Ouch.
You know he's not. It's pre-recorded.
He shielded that.
He's not gonna show himself losing.
I would laugh,
Good one.
though. He's like, I'm gonna show you guys how Byleth works, so he just immediately
Like
gets
this,
caught.
like this, or like so.
This is how Byleth works.
No
Bow,
anti, huh?
bow.
That's not the ball.
I'm gonna show you how to play Byleth.
That's all he's been doing, just fucking spamming the fucking arrow.
Good. There's mom.
Nothing more interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how good Byleth is.
You're in a good
Spam
spot.
buttons.
Zagreus just confirmed that Mother Brain is his mother.
He's
I
absolutely
shouldn't have
fucking dicking on it with items.
Well, I guess no one
That's
uses
the only
it.
reason he's winning.
At this
And
point,
both.
it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
You got Mother Brain helping him. You got a Galaga alien.
Yes, Mother Brain, my favorite 3
I
houses
feel like
character.
Smash.
That dash attack combo.
See? They got it.
Oh,
Oh no, he's
Come
gonna
on,
now.
kill him.
Yes, yes.
I can't
Oh,
make
that
it.
shield breaks too.
Oh, shield break. Wait,
There's
I'm
another
gonna
smash
get.
ball.
move.
Yes,
that
got it.
was a full shield too.
Now,
It didn't look
what
like
are you
a full
charging
shield.
up?
Oh my god!
Nearly full. That definitely breaks a full shield.
Oh my god, Byleth is gonna be a plague online.
There's still more.
Yep.
Whack.
He got the fucking smash throw just like that.
Go
Yep.
on. You can take the hammer. But
Doctor, you fucking cheater!
although
Sakurai.
I'm scared I might not be able to counter this
How
stage.
appropriate that the final win.
I hit him.
Oh yeah, totally. Thanks for showing off how good Byleth is. Yeah, use
I
the
was trying
hammer.
to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won.
Counter and counter!
Hello.
You don't
It
understand
can
how
be fun to play
appropriate
like
it is
this,
that Byleth
especially in
didn't win
tag
on her
team,
own
so I think
strength.
it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
It's the
Hello,
will of sodas.
Sakurai, you're so full of shit.
How many Fire Emblem songs?
Now, about the additional music.
We added 2.
Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the
Yes,
new
but they
tracks
did
to all
record.
the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire
Look
Emblem
at that,
tracks
John
in the
Cena's
game.
trending
Our
on
selection
Twitter.
this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Fine. I want the one where
11
there's the
songs
last
are being
encounter
added.
with Death Knight.
This includes an arrangement
Mostly
of the main
ports.
theme in both Japanese
Yep,
and
11
English.
songs, okay.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
I'll be sure to
Can we
turn
get
all
to the
those
part where you
down.
tell us
also
the
adding
me
in a new
costume so I
spirit.
can get excited for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It includes
I'm
the house
expecting
themes among some of the
Claude
other
Edelgard and Dimitri costume.
Maybe a heal
Does not have permission to use the rest of the characters?
Also, there's a new
Christ.
classic mode route, a heroic legacy,
Yeah, all the
which
characters
is
just
designed to
featured
let
on
you
the
enjoy
stage here for
classic
sure.
Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
No Bernadetta.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something
Spoilers.
pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Are you gonna play the classic mode now too, you smug fuck?
Now for the
There's
Mii
something
Fighter
funny that
costumes.
happens, so you
Please
gotta
take a
do
look.
it.
Me costumes.
Look forward to all these Fire Emblem costumes.
God,
I can't wait to get the
I
three.
hope
I can't
not.
wait to get those three. The 3 leaders
Fire Emblem
costumes.
Gunner. Oh, Groose, please.
Oh,
Is that the Assassin's
That's
Creed?
Altier.
Oh.
That's
my God.
Altier.
Oh, tier.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Why is it
Not
not
Assassin's Creed, just out.
we can't
That's
legally.
kind of
We
fucking
can't legally
scary,
refer to it as
actually.
such. Oh no.
And
All tier. What?
you guys don't get Rayman, but
Thank you, I hate it. Uh,
All tier.
they couldn't even. Nah.
Rabbids.
Oh.
Ooh!
Oh, my screen!
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Oh
Yay!
my god, yo, Alex could be the only one gonna buy the costume too.
If it has a song, I'm buying it.
Oh, Mega Man.
Mega Man X.
Mega Man. He's back.
Yeah, X outfit.
It's cute, Mega Man.
I wanted a Sigma outfit.
That's it. That's all you get.
Oh! Oh no!
Cuphead?
There's your Cuphead, bro.
That.
Already I like this.
I hate it so much. So ugly.
There is no meat gunner, only Sans and Cuphead.
I hate it so much.
Music track.
Well, it has a music track, dog.
Oh, does it come with
know.
music? That's probably the only reason why I'll buy the Cuphead.
That's when you fight that flower. That music.
I'm doing it just for the music track alone.
That was a character I wanted in this game, right? Yay, Cuphead's in the game, yay!
Congratulations, it's deconfirmed.
Am I the only one that's kinda annoyed
This
that
time
the
we're
only
releasing a
fucking
Cuphead
me
costume.
getting music is the fucking me gunner?
And for those of you who purchased
Oh,
the Cuphead
Sans,
costume,
too.
an additional song will be
Well,
added.
none of them got music in the
It's
last
called
when
Floral
Terry
Fury,
came out.
and it's the theme that plays when fighting
At
Cacti
least.
Carnation. I
Wow.
hope you enjoy these as well.
Oh,
After
fuck
purchasing a
that.
costume, I recommend using the
Now
sharing
people can
feature.
shut the fuck up about Altair.
Yeah,
If someone
you
has created a Mii
You
fighter,
couldn't-
you can play
you couldn't
using
put
the
a better
costume it's
song for
wearing
Cuphead, you
immediately
think-
after you
They're
download
gonna
it.
take Sans' head and put it on Cuphead's body.
Now, onto the Amiibos.
Way there.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty
Yes,
good.
because everybody
have-
matches
Dark
up their
Samus
knees
and
like
Richter
this
are
sucker,
planned to
right?
release
You
on
have
Friday,
no idea
January 17th.
how much I would love for him to plop those down, and then Richter's whip just falls out of the hand. Like cheap plastic.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighters Pass is
Available
finally complete.
tomorrow.
The lineup was Joker,
I'm gonna
I'm
stop by
Hero,
the school.
Banjo and Kazooie,
Money.
Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Ooh.
Yeah,
From more
we
than
got
70
rain.
fighters, only 5 have been added.
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
No.
But I must say, this game has always
I
been
can
an
make you
exceptional
shut the fuck up.
experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
We failed.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add
Our
a
new
new fighter,
mechanics were-
we don't
we
simply
broke the
make their
game.
attacks or their movements a little different.
We can't wait to break
Instead,
it
we
more.
try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Fuck the wall.
Every character that was added as DLC has something that can kill you at like
As I
60%.
stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Is it another fast pass?
Fighter Pack 2. Fighter Pack 2. 5 more.
Oh,
5 more.
oh, 6 more.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Well,
the packs
Looks like
include
there'll be one more
stages.
fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available
December
for
of
pre-purchase
next
on the
year.
date shown, so please
Alright,
keep
so
an
these are
eye
going to
out.
be very sparse.
And now that it's official,
Oh,
we intend to
next
move ahead with
December. Oh my god.
Next
Of course,
December.
like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry.
by then
that we
we'll
have
decide
to
if we'll have a
release
Volume
Fighters
3.
Pass Volume 2.
So this is gonna be like
Details
3 a
have yet
year.
to be revealed.
Jeez.
That's fine.
Like last
glad they're
time,
taking
I
the
tried
time.
to
Joker
make
took
it
5
clear.
months.
Despite that, you would understand why and purchased it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Minecraft
Received
Steve,
many
get ready
requests
for
regarding
it.
potential candidates on Twitter.
Well, now it's a
I'm afraid it would be
possibility.
very hard to
It was
consider,
always
Sadly.
a possibility.
I don't want it.
but I
gonna
still hope
happen.
you'll look forward to
Make
it.
Don't.
peace with it.
No.
No,
Also
make
including
peace
a
with
bonus
it.
with
Minecraft
Fighters
Steve
Pass
is
Volume
almost
2.
guaranteed.
Last time, it was a
Run.
Rex costume.
Why?
But this
it's
time,
a new Mii
here's what we
costume.
have.
Rex. Actual Rex.
No.
It's a Mii Fighter costume
Ooh,
for Mii
ugly.
Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear
Thanks, I
from The
hate
Legend
it.
of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
What-
This will not be
what
for
is
sale
it?
Wanna be a
individually, so
bucket
it can only
head?
be acquired as part of Fighters Pass
You want to be
Volume 2.
Pyramid Head without the pyramid?
You know,
It's been
Okay,
reported that
I
Super
have no
Smash
comment
Bros.
about that
Ultimate is the
outfit.
highest selling
I'm
fighting
even gonna
game.
say
in
the
world.
obvious thing that it should have been in from the start.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a
We're
fighting
convinced
game,
we could
but I
do
guess
nothing
it's seen as a
wrong.
fighting game around the world.
So we're gonna let our game die like Dead by
Seems like
Daylight.
Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
Whoa.
You gotta
However,
put Street
I'm not
Fighter
sure if
2
this
out
is
of its
accurate.
Fucking place.
There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to
Okay,
other
quit
systems,
shelling
so I don't know if
cats.
that's been accounted for.
Weird flex,
Also, I
okay.
don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros.
He's
Ultimate
totally doing
is
it.
the one.
Flexing that guy who told him that Street Fighter 5 was out.
Although
The Street
I
Fighter was
still don't
outside
know if it
Smash.
can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
It's become
Also,
more
I feel a
smashy.
deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
Smashy, smashy.
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC.
Why is it when I look at
Which
Byleth's
means
render
no
on the
breaks
left,
for me.
I want to break that tip of the sword off
I
because it looks
plan
so
to keep
cracked.
working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Well,
Oh, Sakurai.
Okay, well, that's a lot of information to take.
Yeah. That's such a douchebag face he's making too at the end.
I want my 40 minutes
He
time
knows
back.
it. He knows it too.
He's totally teasing Sora
He's like,
from Kingdom Hearts.
shut up. Goofy.
Remember when people were convinced with Sora? That was fun.
Can I just say, rip Kerberfer's dream?
Getting into Smash.
Yes. Absolute rip.
Bro. Oh, brother.
I'm not your brother.